The classroom buzzed with whispers as the clock ticked toward 11:30. It was presentation day, the one everyone had been preparing for all month. Posters were polished. Slides were rehearsed. Voices were warmed up. Everyone except Daniel. Daniel sat at the far end of the room, staring at the faint reflection of himself in his dim laptop screen. His PowerPoint had crashed that morning. Half his files were gone. His note cards were missing. And the more he tried to fix things, the more his hands shook. Across the room, his best friend Maya kept glancing at him. She knew Daniel's tells, the way he tapped his foot, the way he bit the inside of his cheek, the way his breathing got shallow right before he spiraled. She had seen this version of him before. The version that got lost inside his own head. "All right, next group," the teacher called. "Daniel, you're up." His stomach dropped. He stood slowly, laptop tucked under his arm like a shield. As he reached the front, the projector flickered. He plugged in the HDMI cable. Nothing. A blue screen glowed in front of the entire class. Just 1 second," Daniel muttered, fumbling through his folders, his face heating up. Giggles spread from the back of the room. "Dude didn't even rehearse," someone whispered. "Bro's cooked." Daniel swallowed hard. His breathing quickened. The teacher gave a sympathetic, but impatient look. "It's okay, Daniel. Just start with what you have." But Daniel couldn't. The words were there, somewhere inside him, but fear had built a wall around them. Every eye in the room felt like a spotlight. His throat closed. He stuttered. "I can't." He stepped away from the projector and faced the floor, blinking rapidly as his vision blurred. His cheeks burned with humiliation. The room fell silent. Then, a scraping sound. Maya stood up. She walked to the front of the room without asking, without hesitating, without waiting for permission. She closed Daniel's laptop gently and placed her hand on his shoulder. "I'll help you," she whispered. Daniel looked at her, confused. "You don't even know my topic." She smirked. "I've sat beside you all month. Trust me, I know more than you think." She turned to the class, straightened her posture, and began. Daniel's presentation is about how small changes create big impacts. He used an example of polluted rivers, and how a single community decided to clean one section every weekend. Daniel blinked. Those were his exact words. Maya continued. Confident. Clear. Smooth. Not stealing the spotlight, sharing it. Then, without warning, she looked at him. "Daniel, tell them the part about the volunteers, the story you told me." Her voice was gentle. Not pushing him, inviting him. Daniel hesitated. His hands shook. The class watched. But for the first time that day, he didn't feel judged. He felt supported. He took a shaky breath. Yeah. So, there was this teenager who joined the project just to earn school credit. But he ended up leading the whole thing, after seeing how much the river meant to the older residents. His voice wavered, but it didn't break. He kept going. Maya nodded encouragingly with every sentence. Halfway through, something shifted. His confidence clicked back into place. The story grew stronger. His tone steadied. He gestured with his hands. He made the class laugh. He made them think. He became the Daniel Maya knew he was capable of being. By the time he finished, the room was silent in a good way, the kind of silence that comes right before applause. And then it came. A wave of claps filled the classroom. Not pity. Not politeness. Real applause. Daniel exhaled, relief washing over him. He stepped back, shoulders finally relaxing. Maya nudged him. Told you I had your back. He looked at her, the friend who stepped into the fire with him, not because she had to, but because she chose to. Thank you, he whispered. I wouldn't have made it through that alone. She smiled. You didn't have to. As they walked back to their seats, the teacher stopped them. That, she said softly, was one of the most honest presentations I've seen. Daniel felt warmth rise in his chest. Not pride. Not victory. Gratitude. Because sometimes the story isn't about the presentation you planned, but the friend who saves the one you didn't.